Hello, Beez Bladers! Welcome back and welcome newcomers to the channel. We have a brand new knife company to Beez Blades, and I'm going to share the first one on the channel with all of you right now. This is Rosecraft Blades Adjuta. We are going to check out the fit, the finish, the action, the ergos, see how to operate it. We're going to take it apart, disassemble it, and then come back for final thoughts. So stick around so you don't miss any of the fun stuff. Now, would you look at it? Just look at it. Ooh, I like this pivot collar. So I do have some insights on this just from the specs that I read, and we're going to go all the way around right now. Just take a nice upsy-closey look. Look at there. So you can put up, what do you call that? A lanyard. Put a little rope through that bad boy. And there's your deep carry pocket clip. Looks like the clip hangs out just a little bit, just a hair, and it is not reversible. It's one-sided. It's just one-sided only. HR, the designer, is Hawkins Rose, and I believe I met Hawkins Rose at Blade Show, and that is a pretty nice look. I like it. I like the look so far, but let's get a little bit of texture vision before I get ahead of myself. Texture-wise, I'd give it about a 3.5, 4. It looks like it has more texture than it does. It's kind of smooth, a little bit slickish. Are you ready to see this blade? Now, don't forget, we're going to do a lot of things here really quick, so don't skip through, because a lot of people ask me questions on things that they could have seen if they wouldn't have skipped through. You ready to see this blade? Pow, right in the kisser. Ooh, ooh. Okay, all right. It looks a little beefy. Let me wipe it off. There we go. Yeah, it does have some heft, a little bit of heft. You know, it doesn't feel real heavy, but going from one end down to the other, there's a look at. There you go, some pretty nice looking stonewash. And this is the it's listed as RPM 9 steel. I don't know if there's a difference between that and AR RPM 9 like CJRB uses, but I don't know, it could be a difference. There's this side, and here's this side. Oh, I thought that was printed on the blade. I was like, are you kidding me? So we have a sticker, and I'm going to take that off right now. That is the first time I've ever seen a sticker on a blade, and now we've got some sticker stuff. Come on. A little bit of sticker goop. Okay, it came off. Good. We're good to go. So this side is a really nice, clean look. This is stainless steel. It gives the impression it kind of looks like titanium. So it has a really nice, I mean, it's kind of like Two-Face. Huh? Ah, very interesting. Before I start flipping and flicking it to see how it works, let's check out the edge. How is the factory edge going to go? Oh, okay. Oh, not too bad. Nice and clean. Yeah, it's shaven. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Would you look at it? So the finish is really nice on this. How about the fit? Left and right is solid. Up and down is really nice and solid. And what's our lockup? Lockup's right there in the middle, around 50-55%. And are we centered? Yes, we are centered. And that's a nice, strong looking tip. I wouldn't say that it's a splinter getter. I mean, you got to have a strong tip. You know what I'm saying? And how about in and out of the pocket? What are we looking like here? Okay, all right. Pretty comfortable. Not too bad. Not too shabby. Look, there's no screws growing in the shade. It's nice and flat. There's this lip right here sometimes will catch on pants depending on what you're wearing. And then again, we are not, what do you call it? We're not reversible. And there's your screws inside there. Those are T6s. That's a T8. And I tell you what, I'm going to give you the specs in less than 60 seconds. Then we'll do size comparison. So we're not going to do the guessing game on this one because I already had a bulk part because I saw the specs. So this weighs 4.1 ounces. From tip to tip, it's 7.44 inches. And they're calling this blade the K-clip. And I get it. It's kind of like a K-shaped, a clip point. It has RPM 9 steel, stonewash blade. The total blade length's 3.12 inches. And so is the sharpen length. Your blade width's 1.04 inches. Your blade stock thickness is 128 thousandths of an inch. Behind the edge, right around here, you were 22 thousandths, and then it trailed up to about 26 thousandths behind the edge up at the tip, near the tip. You have some stainless steel on this side, and then a really nice looking burlap micarta on this side. Your close length from tip to tip is 4.36 inches. Your handle width right here at the widest point is 1.15 inches. Close width up here is 1.37 inches. It's 0.42 inches on your thickness, not even a half an inch. It is nice and slender. It has thumb studs and a flipper to open it up. We're going to double check and see what's in the pivot. It is listed as ceramic ball bearings. This is a right side deep carry only, T8s, T6s. Hawkins Rose is your designer, and this is the Rosecraft Blades Adjuta. Now, on their website, they have a couple different versions. The other one's like a linen micarta with a black PVD coated blade. Now, the only thing I wasn't sure about is this version comes with a black pivot collar, whereas mine has an orange pivot collar. I'm not sure how that works, but the other version has the orange pivot collar, so you could go check out the website to be double sure. And these run about $79.99. So let me show you a couple blades, a couple common blades, a couple famous blades, so you can get an idea of the size of this knife. Here's the Spyderco Tenacious, and you know what? Here it is. You know what I'm gonna say? The CJRB Feldspar. It's the Feldspar, otherwise known as the Feldspar if you're not familiar. And if you're new to Beez Blades or new to the channel, you have found the right place. If you like knives and EDC gear, stick around, hit the subscribe button. That way you won't miss on what's coming up next. This is the Civivi Brazen, and here is another one of my favorites. Not that I have any favorites, you guys already know. Here's the Kubi Royal. Ooh, yeah. Now see, I'm getting it narrowed down. The Brazen, love it. It's a little bit bigger. Now we're getting more in that territory. Let's see if we can narrow it down a little more. Here's the Petrified Fish Havrog. Have you seen the Havrog? And the KIZER Assassin. A lot of folks have the Assassin. So the Assassin is smaller. Havrog has a little more beefiness, a little more heft to it. But we're kind of in the general territory, getting you narrowed in. Now here's two more that I suspect are going to be really close in length and size. You already know the QSP Penguin, baby. And if you don't have a penguin, I mean, come on, you got to get you a penguin. You can get it just about every color and shade that you want. I have descriptions. Here you go again. I have links in the description to all the knives you see in this video. That way, if you want to go check them out for yourself, you can. And by the way, you can get a penguin. They're the same price. They're still like 32 bucks. And then one more that I really wanted to see next to this knife, the CJRB Pilar 3. Okay, all right. Now, okay, I'm going to see these up close because wait till I flip them over. So it definitely has a bigger blade than the Pilar 3. A lot of folks have had this knife, so I figured it'd be a good comparison. But the thing that really caught my eye with this one is, you know, I would almost swear they are made by the same company, by the same OEM, because they have a lot of similar looks to the edges and the way that the metal, the steel is chamfered, which I like. I like the way it operates, and the Pilar 3 is a great operator. It's a smooth operator. Nope, don't sing. I gotta be careful. I can't sing. I know better. Okay, let's check out the action. So if you're newer to the knife community or you're not sure what these terms are, the fit would be how well it's fit. Does everything fit like it's supposed to? Is it centered and all that? The finish, obviously, the finish, how well it looks. The ergos are the ergonomics, which we're gonna check out just here in a second. And the action is what we're gonna check right now. We're gonna see how it works. You ready? I'm gonna do the push button. Pow, right in the kisser. Ooh, yeah. So how does it shut? That's part of the action, is how it drops. Sometimes some knives do, some don't. It's not a determiner. Every knife's different. So this one has a really nice push button. How about the light switch? Yes, has a really good sound. Listen to the acoustics. Like that. Yeah. Like that sound. Now I am having to give it a little bit of gravity's help. It is not drop shutty. Although after we take it apart, we'll see what happens. Now, by the way, take knives apart at your own risk. Some places it voids the warranty, but if you get into knives, you end up not caring because it's usually not an issue. But you can check and see if Rosecraft Blades has a deal with that. Do that with all your knives, and believe me, once you get into knives, you'll end up wanting to take one apart at some point or another. But you know what? Not everyone does. A lot of people never take one apart. It's just something that I enjoy as being a knife enthusiast. So here's left-handed. It works very well. There's your thumb studs. Now before I forget, you can push button, you can light switch it. I like to do the double finger. Very easy, very snappy. Just my thumb. And can we reverse flick this? Nah, I might have a little issue. It's just the way I have to hold it. It's not working for me, and I'm not going to take chances. Maybe after I'm used to the knife. But the thumb stud works well with the left hand. Let's check out the ergos. My hand from here to here is 4 inches. From here to here is 3.5. From the bottom of my palm to the tip of my middle finger is 7.25. Let's see how it feels in the hand. All right, so let me back out here just a second. There we go. I needed more room. So gripping it, I am definitely feeling this Humpty Dump right here. Now that's gonna depend on the size of your hand. That's gonna definitely matter. Given it in the hammer grip, It's not too bad. Now, this is one where if you're doing a lot of heavy cutting all day long, you're definitely going to notice it. Just because of the thinner profile, this is going to be a good EDC knife. Now, I am feeling the pocket clip back here. It does kind of stand out, but like I said, this is going to depend on the size of your hand. Now, the way it is forcing my fingers in a certain area, I'm a little more apt to like that, what do you call it, Ergos that are a little more neutral. Now, if your hand was a little bit smaller, this is going to lock these 3 fingers in place, and then your pinky is going to be on the outside of this hump. Now, where it's hitting my hand exactly, this hump is hitting me right in the middle of the finger. So that is kind of a warm spot. Not quite a hot spot, but it's working its way there. It is comfortable other than that. Now, doing the pull, doing the push cuts, that feels pretty good. This dude right here is making himself known. I'm definitely feeling that pocket clip just the way it feels in my hand. The reverse grip, that's pretty comfortable. You're not going to be able to really choke up unless you want to hold it out like this and put your finger up here, but that's people that I would say are a little more advanced, or you're used to using knives and you're comfortable how you hold it. But as far as the Ergos, I don't know. We'll take it apart and then we'll come back and give her a better idea on that. The action works really well. I like the snap. I like the sound. I like the flick. The reverse flick, yeah, there we go. See, just a little more handle in the knife. There we go. Not too bad. So you can reverse flick it. Just took a couple tries, and now we've got it good. Breaking, you get past your detent ball about right there. So you have to get a little farther to get past your detent ball. All right, let's take this apart. We'll come back for final thought. A quick look. This is everything you need to take your knives apart, disassemble them, take care of them, get you some KPL knife pivot lube. That's what KPL stands for. This is the heavy, and then the original, you'll see me using this. Definitely get you a Weehaw bit set. This is like the set that knife, I think everyone that gets into knives gets this set. Get you some doodads. I have links to all of this stuff in the maintenance section and down below in the description. Now, I got to tell you, the last couple disassemblies, they were a little trying. I was like, okay, what is going on with the universe? I'm going to use my stubby. The reason why I recommend this one, because it's rubberized and it gives you a really good grip, because you do not want to strip a screw. So I'm going to go from the clip side, and oh, it's turning easy. All right, very nice. Very nice. Are we spinning? I'm having to put pressure. The pivot is spinning a little bit. So I'm putting pressure with my other finger, holding it. I'm not having to use 2, but if it was tighter, you might have to use a T8 on both sides. So it looks like we have a spinning pivot, and I'm thinking it wants to come out, yeah, it wants to come out from the show side. So if you take it apart, the screw will come out from the show side. It has a little bit of thread locker on there. Not too bad. Yeah, I was kind of wondering there for a second. I was like, okay, it's spinning. It's not coming out. It wanted to come out from the show side. Do I want to continue from the show side? You know what? Why not? Let's do it and see what happens. All right, so that dude's coming out, no problemo. And if you're new to the channel, you know, if you're a Beez Blader, you know what I'm going to say. Definitely join us on Friday nights for Beez Blades live at the Hive. All right. We have more fun every Friday than we did the Friday before. Is that even possible? I think it is. All right, so here is the inside of that. Ooh, it feels good on the inside. And looks like we have a washer going on. I'm just going to leave it on there. It's nice and clean. Oh, yeah, it's very clean. So, we do have ceramic ball bearings. Very nice. Very, very. And this thing is clean. You can eat off of it. You know, you literally could. You cut up an apple, you know, do the whole grandpa thing, cut a piece of an apple, and I do it all the time. So here's our pivot. And, well, the pivot, let me get my rag. So I just have a rag with a little bit of alcohol on it. Wipe this off. So this is a D-shaped pivot. Why did it feel like it was spinning? We will investigate here in just a second. So that's a D shape. Where is the D shape meeting up? I don't see anywhere. Yeah, so that's why it was spinning. There, your pivot is D shaped. All we would need is a D shaped on this, and then you wouldn't have it spinning at all. So that's just you know, it's neither here nor there. So definitely an observation. And you know, like I said, I think I did read on their website that if you disassemble their knife, it's used the word may void the warranty. So I'm not sure what that means by may. But as far as taking apart a knife, I mean, that's all she wrote, folks. Now the question is, where are my did you guys see, where is my other set of bearings. Oh. Okay, all right. I was like, did I flip one on the floor? Let me give you a close-up look here. There's your ceramic ball bearings. And wow, this knife is super, super duper clean. I'm just going to wipe them off just out of habit to show you how I clean off a knife. Sometimes you'll, after you've used a knife and you get it all good and dirty and grimy, it is very satisfying to take it apart and clean it, give it a little bit of looby-doob, and then it works way better. All right, so yeah, very nice. So we can put this dude back together. Let's see, this is on, okay, the show side's where we took that off. So I guess it doesn't matter which direction we put that bad boy. We're just gonna put it in like that. And do we have, just double checking to make sure we don't have a one of these on the other side. We don't. That's protecting the micarta. So I'm gonna get some KPO. Heavy, thank you very much. Yeah, I know, all you Beez Bladers. You're watching me like a hawk to see if I miss something. See if I forget to put something on there. I'll put a knife back together and forget. So I'm just going to put a little bit of this KPL heavy. I'm going to use a doodad this time. Put a little bit right in there. Nice and clean. Look at that. Would you look at it? It's like a smooth... I've got that song stuck in my head. Why do I have that song stuck in my head? And now I'm going to use a doodad and put some KPL original on here. So shout out to everybody that's driving right now. I know a lot of folks are listening when they're on their way to work or on their way home. Hope you're having a great day. Hope you had a great day. And if you haven't, well, make it a great day. Think about something positive. Think of one thing to be thankful for. Everybody has something you can think of to be thankful for. At least one thing. Just one. Every day. Think of something to be thankful for. I know one easy thing right off the bat is the knife community. If you're watching this video, you are part of the knife community, whether you know it or not. Because you're watching this and you can come to the live stream on Friday night and you will find out that yes, you are a part of the knife community. So I'm going to put this dude on here. Put a little looby-doob on there. You don't need much. Doesn't take much. All right. Am I paying attention to what I'm doing? Sometimes I'm a little, just a little squirrel. Micarta. And, I've got some fun topics for the live stream this week. When I get to this section of the videos, it always reminds me about the live streams because then I'm talking. I'm doing something and I'm talking to y'all at the same time. And that's what we do. It's a lot of jibber jabber, a lot of talk, talk about knives, whatever else comes up. And for some reason, food always becomes a subject. Some type of food always becomes a subject on the live stream. So, I'm feeling like I forgot something because this is just going together like the bee's knees. And get my little doodad here. This is not a doodad. Officially a doodad are those right there. Those things, I love them. You can use them for all kinds of stuff. So get this dude screwed back in. And I didn't tighten it all the way down. And now, you know what? It's kind of nice not having to take the pocket clip off. That is nice. It's one less step you have to take or go through to take this knife apart. It's very simple. I always say it's a simple design when it's easy to take apart. That doesn't mean the knife is simple, but taking it apart is simple. And then when you put these back together, if you have a screw that starts getting loose, or if your pivot gets loose or your blade gets loose, that's when I definitely will put some thread locker on it and let it set for, this is just me. I let mine set for at least a day and a half because sometimes if I don't let it set long enough, then I have to redo it. So let's do, all right, are we tight? Yes, we are. And are we centered? Yes, we're centered. How's the action? Oh, let me feel. Okay, yeah, it's good. And it's a little snug, so I'm going to just loosen it up just a little bit. Just a wee bit. And are we still centered? You can loosen it up to get better action. As long as you're still tight, you're good. Good to go. So I'm going to loosen it up just a hair. And just because I'm loosening it up, I'll probably end up putting just a little bit of thread locker on it if it moves. All right. Are we centered? Yes. Let's go to the big screen. And we're back. So the Rosecraft Blades Adjuta. Final thoughts or some observations? What is this, Looney Tunes? Actually, sometimes it is, but yeah, I digress. I like the blade shape. It's really cool. I can see why they call it the K-clip. It's kind of like a modified clip point. I like it. It's sturdy. We did a good job putting it back together. There's no blade play or anything. It is still centered. It's centered up easy. It's easy to care for. The maintenance is going to be really good. The action is good. Some little nitpicks. I would definitely want some jimping on the flipper tab. There's no jimping on the flipper tab. You know, if there's no jimping on the spine, that's fine. If there is jimping, give me more of it. So one way or the other. So it does lock my hand into place. It hits my hand in particular right here, so that's kind of a warm spot for me. You know the size of my hand. If your hand's a little bit bigger or a little bit smaller, then that's probably going to be in between your fingers. So that's just me personally. Other than that, it definitely locks my hand in. I like the way this shape is. This is a very good shape for locking your hand into a handle. There are other knives I have like this, and I do appreciate that blade shape. It's not bad. Actually, it's not too bad at all. It has really good pass-through. It's easy to operate. It's very smooth. It's nice and smooth. And it's a little bit smoother now that we've taken it apart and given it a little bit of lube-doob. But you can give these lube with, you can just get, just down right in there and go doop-doop, doop-doop. And you can give them lube without taking them apart. The weight is good. I do like how slender. I mean, that is a nice slender knife. And as far as sharpening, the plunge grind just kind of disappears somewhere up in here. So we're good to go on sharpening for a while. I think it's a good knife. I like it. I like the two-tone stainless on this side and the burlap micarta on this side. I'm curious what y'all think about it. Give me some opinions. Give me some thoughts. Tell me how you feel. No, but even if you don't have an opinion on the knife, tell me how your day was or how it's gonna be. Say hello to everyone in the chats. And until I see you next time, go watch this video. You're really going to enjoy that. And then I'm going to see you in the chats and in the live streams and everything, or at the hive stream. But remember, live life in the present, keep a Band-Aid handy, and don't cut yourself.